Fame brings light, but sometimes its end comes in complete darkness.
R&B singer Angie Stone has died in a car crash.
What happens when legends are taken not by time but by shock, tragedy, and the unexpected? Plane crashes, car accidents, fatal mistakes.
A deadly plane crash in San Diego military neighborhood has people talking this afternoon. All 6 people on board were killed. NBC's Liz Croix is at the scene.
These are the final chapters of 10 beloved musicians. Some you grew up with, some you still sing along to. Their ends were brutal, their memories unforgettable. This is not just a tribute, it's a wake-up call that even stars can fall in the most gruesome ways. 1. Daniel Williams. Daniel Williams died on May 22, 2025, at just 39 years old. He was killed in a fiery plane crash in San Diego, California. Daniel was the powerful drummer of The Devil Wears Prada, a band that helped shape modern metalcore. Fans admired his explosive energy on stage and his humble heart off it. In 2025, he boarded a small private jet. Fog covered the skies. Moments later, the plane crashed into a residential area. It exploded on impact. Everyone on board died instantly. His life ended in fire, but his music still lives in the hearts of fans who felt every beat of his drums. Daniel's tragic flight also carried another voice behind the scenes, one who changed the music industry in his own way. 2. Dave Shapiro. Dave Shapiro died on May 22, 2025, at age 42, in the same plane crash as Daniel Williams. Dave wasn't a performer, but without him, many stars wouldn't have risen. He was a music agent, the co-founder of Sound Talent Group, and the man behind tours for bands like Sum 41 and Parkway Drive. He had a passion for building careers and giving artists a global stage. When the jet crashed, the music world lost not just a business mind, but a believer in art. Dave left behind a legacy of trust, mentorship, and opportunity. From the skies to the streets, our next loss came right after a concert, a voice silenced on a rainy road. Angie Stone passed away on March 1, 2025, at the age of 63. She died in a tragic car accident after a concert in Montgomery, Alabama. Angie was a Grammy-nominated soul and R&B singer. Her hits like Wish I Didn't Miss You and No More Rain were anthems of heartbreak, strength, and survival. That night, after giving her fans an unforgettable performance, she got into a car. The weather was bad, her vehicle lost control and crashed. The impact was instant, so was the heartbreak felt by her fans. As Angie's voice faded, a rock guitarist's final moment would come through a tragic mistake no one saw coming. 4. Karl Cochran. Karl Cochran died on February 19, 2025, at the age of 61. He was killed in a heartbreaking vehicle accident, struck by a car driven by his own mother. Karl was a rock guitarist who worked with legends like Kiss. He was known for his skill, soul, and humble attitude. That day he was outside his home. His 90-year-old mother accidentally backed the car into him. The impact was severe. He was rushed to the hospital, but his injuries were too much. It was a freak accident that took a rocker known for living loud and left fans stunned. Some deaths happen in silence, others come from long battles, like the one faced by the next legend. 5. Sly Stone. Sly Stone died on June 9, 2025, at 82 years old. He passed away from complications related to COPD, a long-term lung disease. Sly was the genius behind Sly and the Family Stone. With songs like Everyday People and Dance to the Music, he created anthems for unity and celebration. But behind the fame was a life of struggle, addiction, and reclusion. He spent his final years in silence, far from the spotlight. When he passed, the world lost a musical revolutionary and one of funk's most important voices. Just 2 days later, the world lost another genius, one who gave us the sound of summer. Brian Wilson died on June 11, 2025, at 82 years old. He passed peacefully after a long decline due to dementia. Brian was the creative mind behind the Beach Boys, responsible for classics like Good Vibrations and God Only Knows. But he also struggled with mental health his entire life. In the end, it was dementia that slowly took away the music in his mind. He died quietly, but left behind one of the richest musical legacies in American history. While Brian's music reminded us of the ocean, another legend's life ended in its depths. 7. Aurelio Martínez Suazo. Aurelio Martínez Suazo died on March 25, at age 55. He was killed in a small plane crash that plunged into the Caribbean Sea near Roatan Island. Aurelio was a beloved Garifuna singer from Honduras, known for fighting to preserve his people's culture through music. He was also a politician and activist. On that day, his plane crashed into the water. Everyone on board died. He sang for his people and died carrying their voice. From the ocean's silence, we moved to a jazz master who gave us eternal sunshine. 8. Roy Ayers. Roy Ayers passed away on March 4, 2025, at the age of 84. He died from natural causes at his home. Roy was a pioneer of jazz funk and acid jazz. His most famous track, Everybody Loves the Sunshine, is still heard today. He continued performing into his 80s, never losing his groove. Though his death was peaceful, it marked the end of a golden era of soul and rhythm. His music continues to play, like a soft breeze on a summer day. Roy gave us smooth rhythms. Barry Goldberg brought us blues that burned. 9. Barry Goldberg. Barry Goldberg died on January 2025, at age 83, after a long fight with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Barry was a blues rock keyboardist who played with Bob Dylan and formed the Electric Flag. He also helped produce and guide younger artists. He battled cancer for years, quietly and bravely. When he passed in Los Angeles, the music world felt the loss of a true original. His life was the blues but filled with heart, and finally a name that made the whole world dance until the music stopped on a highway. 10. Michael Sumler. Michael Sumler died on May 25, January 25, at age 71. Michael was a longtime member of Kool and the Gang, the band behind party anthems like Celebration and Get Down on It. He helped create music that brought joy to weddings, birthdays, and celebrations everywhere. But his death came suddenly. His car collided at high speed. The crash was brutal. His loss felt worldwide. The man who made people dance died in silence. These 10 musicians gave us music that healed, inspired, and moved the world. Some passed in fire, others in silence, but all left behind soundtracks to our lives. Their ends were shocking, but their legacies are eternal. Which story shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments. And if you want more strange true stories, hit the like button, subscribe to ActorFlash, and don't forget to turn on the bell. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and stay curious.